Welcome to Reform with Shiv. We have officially launched our first video, 15 minutes of chair Pilates. If you have any suggestions on what we should do next, please comment below. We'd really appreciate if you like, share and subscribe. We hope you enjoy the session.
So we're going to start off with a couple of roll downs, going all the way up and slowly lowering down, focusing on our breath. Deep breath out as we lower, big breath in on the way up. Gently creating small circles through the shoulder. Start opening up through that joint, aiming to do that in both directions, nice and slow. We're going to start walking on the spot, starting to get those legs nice and warm, working through the range of the foot, making sure you're able to go through the full range of motion, to then slowly come up onto our toes together to lower down. Ensure you're focusing on your breath at all times to keep that control. Squeezing through the glutes as you stand up tall to keep your balance. Starting through those hip openers, going to the left to the right and making sure you rotate inwards as well. Starting to work through our quad muscles, so here we want to ensure that your chest stays nice and upright, bending through the knees, slight hinge at the hips, and we're going to slowly start to lift our heels off and start challenging that a little bit more. If you are a beginner, then you can just aim for a squat to start with and build to that. From the squat, you're then going to just do some heel raises, then stand tall in the calf raise to further challenge your balance. We're going to slowly start to create circles through the hip, creating a nice semicircle going all the way around, out to the side, behind, and then kicking the leg out to the side, aiming to keep the upper body nice and straight, really small kicks. Bringing the knee into the chest, we're aiming for a nice strong hold. Try and keep the leg that's on the ground nice and straight, no bending at the knees. So we're starting to combine those two movements together now, bringing the knee into the chest, kicking out to the side. Again, try and keep that upper body nice and still, just moving from the hip. Give yourself a break, shake it out, have some water, changing the chair around to the side, and we're going to do the same again, creating those semicircles, going all the way around. Making sure you keep this pain-free, try not to pull or strain the area, don't overexert. And again, bringing the knee into the chest and kick. Keep it going. So you should be feeling this through the leg that's static, so shaking it out, we're going to go into our posterior stretch, dropping the head down between the shoulders, hinging at the hips, feeling that deep stretch through the whole posterior chain. Walking our legs forward, we're going to start to work on our balance and also our core. If you're finding both hands up to the ceiling is too much, keep the hands on the chair and work on that stability through your static leg. You can start to add those rotations through the spine to make it a lot more challenging. Again, now we're increasing the intensity by kicking the leg under the chair and returning back to chest. Take your time with this, focus on the stability. Naturally, the speed is quite fast, so you want to make sure you're going as slow as you can, controlling through that range of motion. Good. Starting to now go opposite elbow to the knee to chest. Starting to engage the core a little bit more. Keeping still through our static leg. All the way up to change sides and repeat. We're just going to go into a bit of a calf stretch, taking the back leg into a bit of a calf raise now, lifting up through the heel of the front leg as well, holding into that position, working through that functional stability and return back into the. So we're now going to go into a bit of a hamstring stretch, straightening out the front leg, leaning into the back leg to feel that stretch quite deeply. Changing over to the other side, we're going to go into a calf stretch. Then gently lifting both heels off the ground, arms up to the ceiling, holding through to balance. As we gently lower, we're going to lean forward to deepen that stretch. Lift the front heel off, holding it there. Gently return to stretch out through the hamstrings. We're going to come to sit down now, coming into our core portion and finishing off with the legs before we start. Just coming into some sit to stands, working on that hinge at the hips to sit, making sure we're bending the knees at the end, feet shoulder width apart. And we're now pulsing, going halfway and resting there. Okay, we're going to come into our core portion. So we're going to curl through the spine, creating a C shape through our lower back to then gently come and sit upright again. And we're changing our hand positions to start feeling that pull through the shoulders as well. Holding that there with the arms, we're going to start to extend the legs forward, maintaining that curl through the spine. Gently relax. Holding onto the back of your chair, we're going to drop the head forward. We're going to feel that pull through the side of your shoulder, dropping the head down to feel that pull through your upper traps. Coming back into that core stability position, curling through the core and starting to bend the knee into the chest. Getting nice and comfortable, the back of the chair now, and we're just going to lean over left to right to feel that pull from one side of the lower back to the other. Stretching through the neck, bringing the head towards the shoulder, making sure the shoulder stays relaxed as you bring it across. Both hands behind your head, allowing the chin coming down to chest. And let's finish off in a glute stretch. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the session. See you very soon.